today we are going to try and clear out from under the awnings to get some stuff in here that we're able to get out and actually put up walls in the barn. Also, we went to a pumpkin patch. Our house isn't put together enough that it felt worth like getting a bunch for decoration, but we can at least have two to feel fun, have some sort of cute fall decoration, but we're not gonna carve those. So in a little while we can cut them up and then save the seeds, and I think we might try and have a mini pumpkin patch for our friends next year. So that's how we get out the dog's energy. We're gonna clear out from Carson. We're gonna clear out from this post to this post so we can get stuff here. This is the progress we made, and the table that was right here, we moved over here. Let me show you. It's right here behind our little lemon tree, which I don't know that I've shown that I have these little solar powered lights, but they were on sale after the summer for like 50 cents each, so we did actually get several of those. And then over here, ignore my shadow, over here now we have this table, and we have some of our spare wildflowers, some okra. I should show you the tomato that I planted over here, but we have our olive tree from our wedding, and I have 4 more plants I'm about to put up here, and I will show you what we're doing with them. But let me show you the tomato real quick. Okay, these were also supposed to be spring. Oh, these are old filing cabinets that I think someone wanted to keep to make raised garden beds out of. But anyways, these are spring tomatoes, and we are planting them in the fall, so I didn't think they were really gonna work out, but they're doing okay. And this one's finally starting to turn into a warmer color and not just its green. So we have 4 of these, and I found some plant food and some dirt. I need to fill these up and get them in here. So now I have mixed our plant food in with our soil, and let's go get our plant seeds. Okay, we have a bush of these in a couple places off of our driveway, but oh, my glasses on, I think it's right here. Yeah. This, the leaves falling off, it's becoming autumn, is an American beautyberry. They're these really pretty purple fruits. This is normally what it'll look like. It's kind of getting sparse for the change of the seasons, but it looks like this. Oh, my dog's annoyed that I didn't bring him with me. But they are pollinator friendly, repel pests and mosquitoes. They look pretty. So we want to line our fence with them. So I'm gonna start some seedlings, but what? And we'll put them in the ground this spring. We're only gonna start with a few, like maybe just like 10 to 20 around the fence line for like a year or so, and see how we like it, and then maybe next spring we can get some more. However, they're not invasive as a plant, but birds and critters will come and get the berries, and then like they peck at them and they just fell on the ground. So they can technically scatter, but I think when we like mow the grass around them, we're gonna be like cutting off any of the things that it could get. So anyways, I'm gonna grab a handful of these berries and put them in a pot. I think this should be plenty. I feel like that's all we need. Supposedly straight off the plant, the berries taste disgusting, but you can have them in jams, jellies, make dessert with them, whatever, and they're good like cooked into things. But the leaves, you can make like mosquito spray out of it that's supposed to be super like bug spray, leaf superpower, or whatever. So if you squish one up, this little part of my hand is what the seeds look like inside of this. That's what I think I'm mostly gonna try planting a bit of. However, I'll probably put a few of just fully the berry in because they're so small. We'll just see what happens. We're experimenting. And you can see in this, I literally have them just sitting on the top because I feel like when I water them all down, the dirt's gonna like move around. And even if not them getting completely buried the first like moment we do this, I think over time it's just gonna keep washing them under the dirt. So I didn't see the point in like putting them like a 1/16 of an inch or whatever, how people say, in the dirt. But yeah. Okay, other than under the awnings, the other space we're gonna clear out is this upstairs room. And we can set some stuff in here. It's pretty rough. This. So obviously there's gonna be plenty of spiders and nests. Ugh. And so I just want to get it cleaned up enough that it's fine to come into, and while the weather is better, we can go on and move a bunch of stuff up here. So all of our boxes of like kitchen things and bathroom things and stuff we're not using in the back, like bedrooms, can be stored up here while we fix all of the downstairs. So I'm really intimidated to do this, but we'll see. We literally live in a horror movie, because look at this. When you touch the spider web light, so I have finally gotten some worms for us to do a compost, and I'm tearing up some of this brown paper and going on and putting some in this bucket. I put some soil in here just to get it going a little bit. And then I'm going to get a layer of browns, and then I'm going to, I don't know, because my cauliflower is still frozen. I want to get a layer of browns, and then the cauliflower, and then another layer of browns, and then put my worms in, but I'm worried they're not. Maybe I could do that and then put dirt on top of it still. I think I'm gonna do that. I have no clue what I'm doing, but I've heard this is easy and you can't mess it up, so I guess we'll see about that. I thought that I had enough greens, but I don't think that I do. But we've harvested all the tomatoes that we had, so I'm about to just steal some of our tomato plants. We've got some of our tomato plants in with some other various greens. I put a little dirt in it already, and our browns, and now what's going on? We could put some worms in. You can't have them. I'm trying to show you one. Ooh! I haven't held a worm in so long. We got 2 of these. It was less than $10. There was 1. Here's 2. Whoa, the second one had way more worms. I am also going to top this off with water, and there are holes on the bottom of this, so it should pour out a lot of the excess water there. I don't think I'm the person to tell you how this works, but here is someone I found online that I got my information from, and from there I'm winging it.
All right, you guys, I get this question all the time. What am I doing with these damn buckets and worms? So I'm here to tell you. So I collect food scraps from cooking or any leftover meals. All food scraps have to be organic, meaning they've already come from the earth. I then add it to the compost bin where the worms are, and the worms start to munch away at it, and the decomposition process begins. In order for this process to begin, you need nitrogen, which is the food scraps, carbon, which is the dry material like shredded newspaper, macroorganisms, which in this case are the worms, microorganisms, which are the bacteria and fungi that is really hard hard to see, and then water and air. After the food passes through the worm's tail end, it comes out as worm castings, which is highly nutritionally dense compound of organic matter. It has many added benefits, especially when put back into the soil. So when you add that back into your plants, especially your garden, then the food that you are growing is more nutritionally dense, and we consume that food. So that means soil health equals our health. And I think that's why I love the full circle cycle so much. I love talking about it and educating about it, because there's going to be a level of self-sufficiency in the future that we need to incorporate in order to be healthier.